Hi, my name is Matt Peralta Garces, and I'm an exercise science major here at SMSU, and I'm here alongside Jacob Fike, and he will be helping me demonstrate the different exercises. And so to begin, major muscle components of the body include the chest, legs, back, and core. The chest is responsible for doing a lot of pushing and pressing movements away from our body. Our back is responsible for pulling things or extending things overhead from our body. And our legs are responsible for daily functions such as walking as well as lifting. And our core can help with also walking and stability. Reasons on knowing what the different muscle groups do allows us to work on those specific muscle groups. Exercise is important for daily living function, such as decreasing heart rate, reducing body fat percentage, building lean mass, appropriate sleep recovery, and it also helps us with sports and even school as well. Another key component of exercising is also what you do after, which is recovery. Recovery is important so we can feel good for our next practice, our next exercise bout, or just in general. A good way to get recovery is proper sleep, nutrition, and also stretching. Stretching is lengthening the muscle so it can stretch. So for example, if I know that the chest likes to push stuff away, if I go back and extend behind me, it's gonna stretch my chest. Jacob is now going to demonstrate different kinds of exercises we can do to improve our way of living. The first exercise he's going to do is the jumping jacks. So go ahead and do 5 jumping jacks. If you notice, this is more of like a full body workout. His legs are moving out and his hands are going above his head. The next exercise he will be doing is going to be a push-up. So if you want to demonstrate, push-up once again is going to work our chest. And if you notice his whole body is in line and he's trying to do his best to bring his chest to the ground and push back up. And for whatever reason you're unable to do this, you can drop to your knees like so and continue doing a push-up. And for whatever reason you need more assistance, you can go ahead and go to a nearest wall and do an incline push-up off of that, or leaning against a bench of some sorts. The next exercise Jacob is going to show is going to be crunches. So crunches will help work our core. And so if you notice he's just crunching up, he's not going to do a whole sit-up, just crunching up, and you should feel the muscle working on your belly. Those are different variations too. You can either have your hands in front of your chest or behind your head. Typically, if they're over your chest, those are normally easier. If they're behind your head, that can be more challenging. The next exercise Jacob is going to show is going to be a Superman. So Superman, so what that's going to do is going to be a working extension behind our body. So that's going to work our back, a lot of our back, and also the back of our legs. And if you notice, he's just laying flat and extending or pretty much reaching back behind his head and lifting everything up off the ground. All right, and the next exercise Jacob's going to do is going to be a squat. So squats just work the legs for the most part, and you can always do this with just body weight or more resistance if needed. Fantastic. More exercises you can do to work the body are mountain climbers. These are good for working the entire body, especially the legs and the shoulders. And so what he's doing right now is he's in pretty much a push-up position, but in this case he's bringing one knee up towards his chest and back down. As controlled or as fast as you can possibly go. You can go ahead and change the intensity depending on how fast you do it. The next exercise Jacob is going to show is going to be the plank to push-up. Now the plank to push-up is you're starting in a push-up position, then you go down to a plank position. And that's it. You're just alternating those two different positions, and what that's going to work is going to be your shoulders and your chest, because you're pretty much still pushing off the ground. For whatever reason that's too difficult, you can go ahead and drop down to your knees, do the same exercise. The next exercise Jacob's going to show is going to be scissor kicks. Now scissor kicks will also work the core. Jacob's going to put his hands behind the small of his back. There's a natural arch right there. He's going to lift his leg and alternate each leg. And you should as well feel it in your core, which is your front abdomen, or the front of your belly as well. The next exercise Jacob's going to show is Superman W's. So Jacob's going to go ahead and get on his stomach, The difference here is that he's going to bring his hands down and do a W right there. Fantastic. And if you notice, it's the same motion as a Superman, but he's going to go ahead and pull back. The next exercise Jacob's going to show is a lunge. And lunge will work the legs. He's going to go ahead and step forward with one leg, keeping his whole body upright, not resting his hands on his knees or anything like that, and switching to the other side as well. More exercises you can do to work the body are high knees. So go ahead, Jacob. If you notice, his knees are about 90 degrees angle, bringing them up to his waist and back down and alternating. Fantastic. The next exercise he will be doing is punches. And so once again, with these, he's getting a nice sturdy stance and alternating. Make sure you're just following through with full extension. And the next exercise Jacob will be doing is going to be a bicycle crunch. Now with bicycle crunch, he's going to get down on the ground, get on his back. His hands are going to be behind his legs, and he's going to be alternating crunching from each side. So he's crunching from left arm to his right knee, and then back out extending, right arm to left knee, and back out extending. So alternating each side as fast as you can go. The next exercise Jacob will be doing is also another variation of the Superman, but this one with just the W in the back. So he's going to go ahead, make a W with his arms, like so, and extend all the way back as fast as he can. The last exercise Jacob will be doing is a glute bridge. A glute bridge is when you go ahead and lay on your back, and you're bringing your hips off the ground and squeezing with your butt as much as you can. Awesome. Thank you, Jacob. For the last portion of this video, Jacob's now going to go ahead and demonstrate some different stretches. So Jacob's first going to begin with the world's greatest stretch, which is also referred to as the Spider-Man. So he's going to go ahead and get in a lunge, but with his left hand on the ground, or opposite of that leading knee, he's going to rotate his whole body upwards. So his chest is pointing towards the knee. And then you'll go ahead and switch sides as well. So you notice whichever knee is forward, you're going to put the opposite hand down, and you're going to rotate your body towards the front knee. Just like so. And stretches are typically held for 30 to 60 seconds. The next chest Jacob's going to go is called the chest stretch. And so with this one, he's going to take his fingers and interlock them behind his back. He's going to go ahead and stick his chest up towards the ceiling. That's going to go ahead and stretch his chest out right here and his front of the shoulders. Once again, he'd hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. The next stretch Jacob's going to do is called the cobra stretch. Now with the cobra stretch, that will stretch our core as well as our hip flexors, our legs, the front part of our legs. Now here he's on the ground. If you notice, he went from a laying down position and he's pushing up off the ground with his hands. And a stretch should be felt in the front and in the back. The next stretch Jacob's going to do is going to be the downward dog. Now with the downward dog, that's going to stretch our back out. So what he's doing, he's reaching for the sky on the ground while pushing his hips all the way back onto his heels. And if you notice, his head is down towards the mat. Fantastic. Now the next stretch Jacob's going to do is going to be the standing quad stretch. And so he's going to go ahead, stand, and you can either use same side leg and foot or opposite side leg and foot. And he's going to go ahead and stretch the front side of his legs. And once he's done with one side for 30 to 60 seconds, he's going to go ahead and switch to the other side. And that is it for stretching.